Welcome back, guys. It's Under the Influence Show. Remember, I bring to you this show every Sunday where we get to host. We've been looking forward to host the politicians. I'm a politician. But guess what? Today we have the politicians. We are going to talk matters politics. There are student leaders. Apart from that, we'll also be tackling Kenyan politics, a bit of Kenyan politics. So, if you are just getting tuned, if you are just catching up with this one, stay tuned till to the end of it. But at first, they will first introduce themselves. I'm your host, Sickman, for the show. Let them introduce themselves. Niaje?
Poa sana.
Oh, niaje George?
Poa sana.
Kofiti?
Niko fiti sana.
Maybe uji introduce before the camera.
Okay. I'm called George Onyango Nyakiti. I'm a student leader at Kenyatta University. I'm a male delegate in the Faculty of Media Studies and Performing Arts. Thank you.
Elly.
Well, thank you. My name is Elly Owino. I'm a student leader, and apart from that, also at home, I have some posts that I'm in. Like in my ward, I'm the chairman of the students of the student association in my ward. I'm currently the chairman, and so other many other posts too that I'm in. Yeah, thank you.
So guys, if you love the politics, don't don't miss this episode. We are just about to tackle a lot of things in politics. And before that, Under the Influence Show is supposed to be nominated in MTA East Africa Awards 2026. So I request you to help us nominate Under the Influence Show in the awards. And this is the procedure. When this video will be out, the link will be on the comment section. So the procedure will be this. You click the link, itakuletea MTA East Africa Awards 2026. Then hapo kwa details, you fill in your details. First, your full name, your email address, your phone number and your country. And itakuletea hapo hivyo nominees details. You will fill in the name of the organization which will be Under the Influence Show. Category of nomination, you will click, there are several categories there. You will click podcast host of the year, and after that nominees email, I'll put in the email up with a comment section. You'll use that email, and the nominees phone number, also the phone number will be on the comment section. We are just getting started on the matters politics. So we'll start with George. George, if I may ask, who are you when the cameras are off? Like assume you are not before the cameras. Unaweza sema we ni nani?
Um, well, that's a very, very controversial question.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say
Mm-hmm.
when the cameras are off, I'm just a cool guy who likes to stroll. I'm just a guy who likes to associate with people, socialize with people, some talking politics, of course, and also sometimes enjoying watching football, of course, and also because I'm a student leader, I also like associating with the students, more so comrades. So like I look for comrades wherever they are, maybe mess, shops, or like pitch, whatever the students are. So yeah, that's why I am.
Okay.
And also, let me say, watching news, of course, and listening to music. Yes.
Which type of music?
Well, I don't have a specific genre that I like. For me, I listen to every kind of song, literally. As long as it's interesting, of course, I listen to the music. But most of the time, I do listen to rumba, of course, specifically Fally Ipupa and Madilu system. Only those. Yes. So these are the ones like maybe the urban tone. I just listen for fun, but not that it's specific. Yes.
And if I may ask, what made you run for being a student leader?
Oh, okay. So running for student leader, of course, It was out of passion because I'm a student. I'm someone who's into leadership, and I just like politics. So since when I was young, I have always wanted to vie and to lead people, and also to be on the forefront in the field of politics. So of course, when I finished high school, when I joined campus, I got to realize there's something called KUSA, the Kenyatta University Student Association. So out of that passion to participate in politics and leadership, I decided to try my luck. And out of confidence and out of courage, I did win. So it's just out of passion, love for politics, and also love for being a leader. Yes.
So guys, if you are just tuning in on this one, George, we have Elly Owino and Nyakiti. George Nyakiti. So specifically, Elly Owino will be handling Kenyan politics. George Nyakiti. Okay, George will be handling matters concerning student leadership. Yeah. So Elly, if I may ask, I just got to realize that you are an aspirant. Where specific and why are you why just decided to be the aspirant of that place?
First, let me make it clear.
Okay.
Uh, yes, you are not the first person to ask that I'm an aspirant. So many people ask that question that are you an aspirant? Because just like George have said, this is it's something like love. When I came up today, I got myself loving politics, and this is something like a dream. Something that you are born, and you find yourself just loving it. It is just like a talent. Yeah?
Okay.
So being that I love politics, and sometimes I may be doing some things that are maneuvering with the politics. Some people thought now that now I want to vie for a certain post, but they always say that. When you can't be at that table, you destroy the table. So I know the specific time and the specific day that now I will stand up to say that this is now what. But for now, I can answer that your question. I'm from Noma Bay County, Dewa constituency, ward called Kanyamwako Logi ward. And if you look at that ward, I'm not afraid to say that I'm the most influential youth there because of some of the engagements that we do. Like last year, I held some meetings with the youth, like some several meetings. This year, this holiday month of April, I go to hold some meetings with the youth. There is a tournament that I organized with them last year, this year, where I presented some balls and awards because lazima tufikishe talent juu. Yeah. So when people see you doing this kind of things, they now think that this young man, there's something that is behind. There's something behind it. So being that I love politics, and I know the right time to say it, but for now, I can just try my luck. Yeah, but I know the right time when to do it. God's time is the best. I can't just pop in and then say that I want to vie for a certain seat. I must ask my people that I want to do this. How are you seeing it? And again, I must go to God and tell God that God, I want this thing. So I always know that God's time is the best, and I know when God's time reaches, everything will be okay. Yeah.
I thought you were an aspirant next year, 2027.
Yeah, hiyo swali pia we are youths. I'm a young youth. First, I'm a student, and the challenges that are with the student. Yes, I can have the will to be an aspirant, because if I look at my place, there's something there are some things that I still see that are not at the capability where I want them to be. So as a young youth, I may decide to go for such a post like the MCA post. But now where the problem is. I can have that will, but now being I'm a student, some challenges in and there, like let me just say money to run the politics, because the politician the politics, it needs money. So I must lazima nijipange vizuri, but that one I'm saying without fear that kujipanga tutajipanga ndio, na even if we plan ourselves before that 2027, then why not, hiyo kiti itakuwa yangu. Yeah.
Okay, to George, what is that one thing that people get wrong about student leaders?
Okay, so definitely there are many things. Number one, most people they think that all student leaders are in that capacity to get money, of course. But one thing that they forget is that most of us we get into student leadership necessarily out of passion, as I told you. So like you realize someone he just decide or she just decide to buy for a certain seed just to enrich his leadership or her leadership skills. But now people outside will interpret that he's him or her like they're venturing into politics to get money. Well, another thing, people feel, or many people, they always think that most student leaders, um, they're immoral. Yeah, because they always tend to relate it to the outside politics. Because you find that in the outside politics, people kill each other to win, to get victory. Some people, some sort of sacrifice, and all those kind of dirty things that you can associate with them. So because of that, it's the same perception that people have about student leaders. Again, another thing, most people always feel like most of the student leaders are not honest people because they see like maybe the MPs or governors, they do give out some promises in terms of manifesto, but then they don't end up fulfilling those manifesto. So people like these student leaders are just the same. They give us, they're just liars. They give us promises which they end up not fulfilling. So that's what people feel about, what people get wrong about these student leaders. But on that, I really want to say that some of us are into leadership because of passion, not because of not necessarily to get money or to generate wealth. Yes.
And how do you deal with that when people say that maybe the student leaders are, yani, when they criticize you in short?
Well, as a leader, criticizing a leader is not bad. Yeah, it's something normal. So for me as a person, if you criticize me objectively, I'll take it as a challenge. The only problem that we always tend to have, there's something called propaganda. So someone will tend to criticize you not out of facts or like genuine concerns, but someone will criticize you out of hate. Okay, maybe someone was your competitor or someone is having like some grudge towards you, so he'll use that as a leverage to criticize you. So you see, as a leader, sometimes you just become sober, then you analyze that criticism that you've received. So if it's a genuine one, of course you'll take it as a challenge and work to perfect on what you've been criticized on. But if it's something that's a propaganda or like it's just out of hate or anything, you just tolerate it. Yeah, so some of us are, you always try to embrace that tolerance. So if someone even abuse you or like tell you something bad or whatever, you just take it into your heart. So we just tolerate. Yeah, we just tolerate those criticism. Yeah.
And what's your take on the student leaders who are loved by almost all the students in the school? What's your take on that?
Well, like for influence, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, because you realize even the outside world, out of campus, that those politicians who get organic influence, all right, because of like people just love them naturally. But then there are those politicians who tend to mobilize people to show like to show that influence or love or fame. So for me, I feel like it's a good thing, and any other student leader would want to be famous or like have influence or any other thing. So it's just all about how you relate with your people, how you serve them. You see, if you are not discriminative, if you are always there for them, I mean, your influence will just grow. So it's just a good thing, and it's something that all of us are always looking forward towards.
And to Elly, if I may ask, personally, I've been seeing you running a lot of projects like the tournament, and you are still a student leader, right? So where do you get this money from? Like, and you are always up and down, mara uko ushago, uko huku. And how do you balance that with education?
First, the questions you are asking, they are just some of the questions that I always meet. Somebody like Elly, I can say that there's something that people are looking for, the networks, the connections, and all those. Somebody like Elly, yes, I'm not that well connected to the level that I want because I'm a student. I can't run a whole tournament. Huh? If there's no someone who are like sponsoring that, something like that or doing, yeah. So being out of the network or the connection that I am, I can approach some of the leaders because I know most of the leaders from my county. Just if you start with the governor, so if I have something to arrange for, let me say like the tournament, I can just access any of the leaders that I want, and then I tell them I wanted to do this and this. What these leaders will ask you now that you want to do this and this. What am I going to benefit out of it? Because you cannot run a whole tournament with your name and the full staff support is coming from you. You'll be asking me, okay, you want to run a tournament. What am I going to benefit? Okay, so just like I was saying, um, I'm still a student and I can't sponsor my own self. There's nowhere that I'm getting money right now because I'm still searching for that money. So that's how being a network to the connection that I have with these people. Maybe they chip in to help. Yeah, maybe they chip in to help like the other tournament that I organized last time. It was just a request from the county level, from the county, Homa Bay County, because I remember even my friend George, just from the county, we managed to have some of the balls and the jerseys for the students, and I think I got them the other Sunday for the KU team, and that was under the county. So with these things that we are doing, it is just being wanasemanga being loyal to the party. If you are loyal to the party, then nothing is impossible with them. And then on the matter of being in school and being outside and then doing the relationships with them, it is just a matter of having your time, scheduling your time very well. Because like this week I'll be traveling home, and this week is the same week that I'm in doing my attachment. So you see, I just get time to schedule for my work that I'm doing. So I don't think for me, I don't think if it is a big task. Yeah, because if I'm out of the school, then I just communicate earlier that I'll be out of the school for this week. Yeah, if if I'm at home, I just tell them we have some functions to attend, some schedules that will be fixed that will not favor the learning part. So it is just how you schedule your time well. Yeah.
And how do you get access to the, like, because you say, for example, when you are planning for a tournament, you access those leaders to help you make the arrangement. How do you get access to these leaders?
Oh, hapo sasa wanasema ni God manze. I hear some people saying ni God manze. Yeah, these people are friendly. Let me tell you that these people are friendly. What people text is that they fear. When, let me just give example like the members of parliament or the senators. If you see a member of parliament or a senator in this area, then people will think that, oh, this person, I cannot treat this person. Oh, Mara, oh, this person is feared. Oh, no, these people are friendly. Yeah, and then we say that if you have that courage, huh? Yeah, somebody like someone like me, I may want to access the county for the support, and then I don't have the access to the governor direct. Sasa hapo ndio utapata I'm using the directions and the corners to get, but if you are that courageous, then you can just reach them by yourself. You can just have connection by, so it is just a matter of uh, um, being courageous and then having yourself maintain well, because politicians, they don't like people who are jumping like frogs. What I came to realize that just the way I say being loyal to the party. You may have that your specific man that you are supporting. So if he insists that you are loyal to him, you don't do the zigzag part, then I'm just sure you will have whatever you want with them, and sex is like reaching them will be easier. Yeah, so I think that's how I'm doing it with these people. Yeah.
So, guys, if you are just getting tuned, we are talking matters politics. We have Elly Owino and George Nyakiti. So, we are handling both student politics and Kenyan politics. And if I may ask George, like you personally, we can say that you've been interacting with a lot of students, being a student leader. What is that problem, one problem that you think most students go through and they don't share it out with their lecturers or parents at home?
And before I answer your question, there's something you asked my friend about how they get access to these politicians. Number one, there's something called being outstanding. You see, if you are outstanding in terms of leadership, these people will see value in you. Okay, so if they see value in you, it's not a must. You have to look for them. Out of nowhere, you'll just get a call, and it's like, oh, maybe it's the PA to this MP, PA to the governor, or something. So sometimes it's always vice versa. It's the reverse. You don't have to look for them. If you are outstanding, and you are very very smart, and they see that value in you, they look for you by themselves. Yes. So you asked about the problem. I think the major issue is mental. A lot of students or comrades are having like a problem financially. I think that's the major thing I want to talk about, financially. Yeah, people don't have money. People, like, they have got ambitions, that kind of life they want to live, the expectation, like, I'm a student, I want to do this, I need to achieve this and this and this, the ambitions. But now, how they have to achieve this thing, they have to have money. Because even if I want to start a business as a student, I need capital. Even if I want to, like, have, like, maybe I'm someone who's in so much into fashion, I want to have like good clothes, I must have money. Okay, so you realize that all these things, they revolve back to financial. So like most students don't have money, and you realize the background is always sometimes the determinant. So you realize that sometimes even if you share with the parent, okay, even the parent himself or the parent herself is even struggling to make ends meet. Okay, so there's no way you're going to tell him that you want something. maybe you wanted a new phone, okay, and then this phone maybe it costs maybe 15,000, let's say 15,000. So you realize there's no way you're going to call your parent that you want a phone costing 15,000. If like even just putting food on the table is another tall order. Okay. So you'll realize that there's no way they share this with their parents. Again, another thing is peer pressure. Though I know when we were young we were being told about peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. I think that's another thing that is really a challenge that is facing young people, because like you realize that these young people they explore, okay, because they are having phones and they're always on internet. They explore different kinds of lifestyle that other people tend to live, or even their fellows. But now you realize that they also want to live the same as these of their peers, but then there's no way that they're going to. Again, you see, there's no way they're going to share to their parents, because there's no way a comrade is going to tell the parent that, you know what, I saw a friend of mine having a phone costing 35,000 or 40,000 or even 200,000. So he'll just keep it, or she'll just keep it by himself or herself, because you realize that after all, even after sharing it, he won't get help. So I think the major thing is finance. Yeah, people are really low financially, and then peer pressure.
Yes. And what do you think should be done to solve out that problem?
Well, by the government or by parents.
What can they do?
Um, well, I think for the government, the only thing that they can do is because you realize that the government is offering help, the so-called help, but then like this help is not sustainable, because like someone is given like 20,000 to survive the whole semester, but then this 20,000 within a week it's over. So someone remains to the next 14 weeks, someone is just surviving. Okay, so I think for the government, what they should do, try to lower the cost of life, because as I said, like everything is money. Everything that they buy in terms of survival, they require money. So if the government can reduce the cost of living, it can really help them, because now cost of purchasing whatever they want will be a little bit lower. Again, number two, if the government lower the cost of living, there will be that increased cash flow, and if there's that increased cash flow, the impact will be felt on the parents of the students. And of course, if the parents are also having like in economics we call it cash liquidity. So if the parents are having that cash liquidity, it's they're able to sustain their their children, because you realize these children are broke because the parents don't have money. But if parents can have money, it's really going to help them a lot. So that's what the government should do. Well, for the parents, they might have little to do. Yeah, because you see, parents are already burdened. They have fees to pay, other accommodation cost and everything, rent, food, and other academic cost. So for the parents, they might have very, very much little to do. Well, for the young people, the comrades, I think they can try to hustle. If maybe you have a maybe talent or passion in something, you should look for a way that you're going to turn that of your passion into money. If you like singing, see how that aspect of singing you can make it become cash. If you like sport, the same. If you like fashion, the same. So I think like the students or the comrades, they can explore avenues of getting money and growing themselves.
And if we come back to Elly, like for now, you can see there are so many graduates outside there who are unemployed. You being as an aspirant, let's say you get that opportunity to have that seat, what will you do to reduce that?
First, there's a part that George has said that I want to correct. And first, before I correct that, just the way he said with these people being outstanding, Bwana, it is not us looking for these people. They are the people who are looking for us. Only if you have something to offer them. Even for the ladies, we only look for them because they have something that they offer us. Without that thing, we'll not be looking for them. So because they have something that we want, they can offer us. That's why we are looking for them. So like with these politicians, like for me, in my ward, the way I'm always with my ward members, let me say just the youth, the women, the men, yeah, because you may find that someone, young youth like me, holding a meetings with the border people, holding meetings with the women, the men. So you see these politicians, just you see that, what kind of a youth is this? There's something in this youth that this youth can offer me. Let me look for him. And then from that you just see a phone call. I'm I want to meet you. From meeting tomorrow is when you'll know that there's something that I can offer. So it is these people who are looking for us, not us looking for them. And then there's something that my friend has said that the other part that you have asked him about how it has how some it can be reduced. Yeah? There's a part that you said that parents don't have money. I want to correct that place. Parents have money. It is only that how we use that money. Because let me tell you, I have been with these students, I've been with these youth, I know how they deal. Huh? Yeah, you may find like you are with five youths, and then you are somewhere, maybe you wanted to have a drink but you don't have money, and then one youth may just offer himself and then say, let me call my parents that have been arrested, huh? That have been arrested, so that he send for me something to get out of this place. So the other youth will be backing up, like, okay, do that, and then you'll be creating a drama there, scene there. You'll be giving another youth phone to say, unajua sisi huyu kijana yako tumepata yeye hapa, and then from the parents he will just have it that my son has been arrested, and then he sends 3,000. This 3,000, he will use this money to buy a drink. So you see, the parent have money to send, but it is only that student who doesn't know how to use that money. So the part that you're saying the parents don't have money, that is, I think, it is not something better. And then for your question, can you pardon your question?
I asked that you being an aspirant, like for now you can see there are many graduates outside there who are
Many
unemployed. Graduates
many
who are
graduates.
unemployed.
Uh,
You as an aspirant, in case you get the opportunity to have that seat, how will you reduce this?
uh, you know, sick man.
Mm.
I mean, I'm just in that level, still in that level, because even for me, I have I think that once I finish my school, then I get a job. So you see, so many people and so many graduates are still rallying behind me. But what I think I can do if I get that chance, it is just creating of the job opportunities. If I say that creating job opportunity, it doesn't mean that I offer everybody a job. Yeah, it doesn't mean that I offer everybody a job. Maybe some things that I can do. Let me, for example, in my ward, I can just get some of the some things like they are not factories, but somewhere like Dewa, we have so many factories that are in Dewa. We have the sugar factory. Yeah, the sugar factory. If I was to be, if I'm there, then I can take some of my people. I create an opportunity for them. I put them there so that they work there. We have so many schools. We have so many graduates who have done education and they are still at home. Maybe I can take some, we get them the opportunity, the opportunities that they want. And then also creating an opportunity, I think we can just have uh, like in my ward, we have the sugar cane. To mean that they are getting how do we call the how do we call them? The jaggeries or what? This thing that is coming out of sugar cane.
Sugar.
We have the factory that is doing that in my area. So I think we can just expand it a bit larger so that it can accommodate everyone who are looking for that opportunity in there. Because there's a time I was talking to this aspirant and I was telling him we have so many opportunities that we can still create. Even if you look on how people are doing the farming, it doesn't mean that we just get that job to do. It's when we see that we are having a job. We can get ourselves something to feature in. Yeah. Let me say we use the farming system or let me just say the farming system. Yeah. We can create an opportunity there in that it doesn't, like in my word, it should not be the sugar cane only, the part of the sugar cane only. We have so many things to grow. Yeah, we have so many things to grow. We have the sunflower can do very well there. So if these youths come in a large number and then they say that okay, if some people will be doing the sugar cane part, let us do the flower part. You are getting an opportunity for yourself. From this point, you'll be taking this sunflower and then you'll be transporting them to another place for the processing part. Yeah. So you see, you'll be getting an opportunity for yourself. And then with the industries of those with the sugar cane, it should not be that when the sugar cane is out of the place, then we'll just have to transport it from outside the constituency or the ward for it to be processed. We can have our own factory in our ward so that once the sugar canes are out of the farm, we are the people, the same people will be processing it here, and then we make it to be the sugar or what the jaggeries, and then it's when now we bring it where it should be. That with that one you'll be getting the opportunities for yourself, and there will be employment. With us, you'll also be making so many connection with the other big firms because you'll be doing the networking part. Yeah, so I think it should not just be that when someone's graduate that you just have to sit down and say that now that I've graduated with this, let me now look a specific job for this. We have some opportunities to create for ourselves. Yeah, it's only that these youths they have not come to realize that. Yeah.
And how do you think, for now, since you are still an aspirant, you are still not in that position, what do you think the government should do now to reduce the high rate of unemployment to the
Just to consider these people. Yeah, just to consider them, and again giving them opportunities. Because what I know with my area and what I'm hearing about. There are these days. The last time when I was holding a meeting with the youth, and then these people are saying that we go there to try. Maybe we are looking for jobs there, but these people, there is also the other part of it that they also want us to do. You go there, say that I've done this course, I need this and this, and then those people will tell you, for us to consider you, you have to do this and this. Yeah, it is just like the police part. When you want to be recruited, those people will tell you, bring 400,000, I don't know, bring this money for you to be here. So that those kind of things are the things that are making this our graduates to fear doing the other part. Because in my area, like if it was just a genuine one, so many youths could have been employed up to now. So many youths, because we have the sugar part, the industry for the sugar. There's no people who are working there. Why? Because these youths are there, but they can't employ them because they want something from the youths. If you can't bring that thing, then you can't be employed there. So I think that is one factor that the government should also consider. Yeah, the government should also consider that part. They know that these people. It is that money. Those people wants money, and it is that money that we are going to look there. So I don't see why those people should be doing that. So I think that what the major part that the government should be considering there, because there are jobs inside. I heard the other time somebody was saying that he once told his uncle that he don't have a job, and his uncle took him to a place where that job was. And when he entered that place, the gate was written, no vacancies. But for him, he was given the job, but at the gate written, no. Why? Because this uncle will tell them, okay, I have this and this, you consider. But for me, I don't have that. Yeah? So there are opportunities, there are jobs, but it is only that these people, they are not allowing us to work that. Yeah? So I think that part, the government should also consider that part. Yeah, being that these people are looking for jobs, they should limit the part that we have to need something for the job to be for the job to be given to us. Yeah, so I think I think that's the major part affecting the youth with this thing. Yeah, okay.
George, if I may ask, you being a student leader, like for today, if you are told you are given an opportunity to scrap one rule, which rule could you scrap in campus politics?
Um, one rule that I can scrap in
One
student.
rule.
Well, okay, every school has got its own conditions in terms of vying. The qualifications, we call them the minimal qualifications for one to vie. So we find that the role is so much different depending on the on the institution. Well, so for at the same, we have to appreciate these rules because they're so much important. Yeah, like sometimes they say for you to buy, you shouldn't be having like past indiscipline cases. That's one rule that you can't ignore because we want to bring up leaders who have got integrity, leaders who don't have bad spots, black spots. Okay, but then there's this rule of college voting via college, in the sense that for the top leadership of the student council, you you elect delegates from different faculties or schools. Then these delegates or in different faculties, they meet somewhere. Then they call themselves electoral college, as it is done in America. Then they elect the president, the deputy. I mean the top leadership. I think that role is it's a bit infringing democracy of students because we find that sometimes we elect unpopular leaders because we find that this is what happens. These people, they come and bribe no the delegates and congresses to vote in their favor. So in such a case, we can end up with an unpopular leader because actually unpopular and a leader who is not who don't have like that how should I put it, that acceptance of the students. So I think that's one thing that the government should really check on up to, so that the same way delegates are elected by individual students is the same way the leadership, the top leadership, the president, the vice president, and so on, should also be elected by the individual students, so that we end up with a leader who everyone is accepted, like a leader whom everyone accepts, a leader whom everyone approves, and a leader whom everyone is comfortable with. Yes.
Why will you scrap that rule?
Okay, I said it should be scrapped because we end up with leaders who are questionable. Because I said they'll end up bribing the delegates so that they vote for them. So you realize that even if he's a bad leader, because someone has been bribed, he'll just have to vote for him. But then I see in a case whereby like over 70,000 or 60,000 students will have to vote for this for a leader, there's no way he's going to bribe all these 70,000 people. Okay, so that's why it should be started. Yeah.
So guys, while you are catching up with this one, still reminding you to help us nominate this show. It's under the influence show, and this is the process for nominating the show. You want to nominate the show to MTA East Africa Awards 2026. Now the link will be out on the comment section. When this video will be out, we'll check the comment section. There will be a link. I will post a link there. When you click the link, the details that will be required, you fill in your full names, your email address, your phone number, and your country, which is Kenya. After that, they will bring to you nominees details. You will be asked to fill in the full name or organization name. The organization name you will write under the influence show. Category of nomination, they have several categories there, so you will choose the last category is podcast host of the year. After that, the nominees email will be out on the comment section. The nominees email will be on the comment section, and nominees phone number will also be on the comment section. And the country, of course, is Kenya. So guys, thanks for catching up with this episode. Today we've been talking matters politics, both Kenyan politics and campus politics. It was Elly, Owino and George Nyakiti. Both of them have shared their knowledge on politics, and while you'll be catching up with this episode, make sure you subscribe, comment and like. See you next week.